Welcome back to Hamburg. This weekend we're at the Klein-Flottbeker Arena. And we are set for a super weekend of sport. Of course, the Derby Tour going on around our global champions competitions, and that's a very exciting feature of the weekend. But the man setting the tracks for our classes, and indeed at some of the very biggest and best around the world, is Frank Rottenberger. And we sent Frederik de Backer out to catch up with him.
This is John, sorry, this is where all the magic happens, and this is the magician himself. He knows the track, he knows the field, he's been building the courses here for many years in Klein-Flottbeck, but this is not a typical arena. There's a lot of specialties to it, isn't there, Frank Rottenberger?
We control everything from this chamber of horror for the whole week.
Is it the torture room?
Yeah, it is. And by the way, it's the only place in the year where we design and prepare all the courses inside the arena. Very nice.
What do you think of this arena? What does it make so special?
This arena has a lot of character because you have so many permanent jumps, devil dikes and water jumps and banks and dry ditches and stone wall and hedges and unbelievable. It's a really, really big arena. It's 150 meters long and about 100 meters wide. And but still, it's sometimes difficult to build because we have to include all these permanent jumps. We have to go around these jumps. Makes it sometimes a little bit difficult.
About the sport of yesterday, how did you look at the first round of the GCL?
Yeah, this class was years before was a competition with a jump off, so it's changed to a table A against the clock speed class. And on first year we had the first round for the first qualification for the teams. And I think we ended up yesterday with 13 or 14 or 15 clears. I'm not very sure. The result was okay. We had great sport yesterday. Horses jumped amazing, and if they'd have fought, they really touched the pole very hard. But 80% of horses even didn't touch any poles. Makes it very difficult for us for tomorrow.
So you've got something special up your sleeve for tomorrow?
I hope. I don't want to make it. It's always a balance between fair building and not to get dangerous. I think parts in the course.
John, he's not going to tell us all his secrets, so we'll have to wait and see for tomorrow what he's going to bring us in that second round of the GCL and of course the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. Back to you.
Yes, Frederik, I'm not sure he's told us any secrets, actually. He's keeping a lot under wraps ready for tomorrow's competition. What a roster of winners we've had here over the years as well. I mean, Marcus Henning, Gregory Waterley, both winners here. Also Christian Ahlmann, Ludger Beerbaum, Ralf-Joran Bengtsson. Who can forget it? He and Casal. Casal, a Holsteiner horse, and as Frederik's been telling us from his extensive breeding experience, we're in Holsteiner country here. The Verband just up the road in Neumünster, about an hour away. But Ralf-Joran Bengtsson winning here twice with Casal, including, most famously, one that will live in the mind forever, his retirement victory here last year. Win, lose or draw, Casal was going to retire here last year, and he won the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Hamburg in fine style. What a way to complete the career of that amazing horse. And Ralf-Joran Bengtsson, like so many, is back this year with a son of Casal. Lots and lots of them in the field here this year. Very interesting to see. And, you know, they're just getting better and better. And for the home crowd here, as a Holsteiner horse, they love to see that. Well, a man who knows this field, this arena, this event very well is the director of On Guard Marketing, who run on behalf of the Reitverein the Spring Derby here. It is Volker Wolf, and he is with Frederik de Backer.
I think these are the only, 2 minutes, 120 seconds that Volker Wolf has got some time to his own, has got some rest.
Yeah, it's a bit rushy for me. The days I'm guided by somebody with a joystick through the whole day, so I cannot make decisions by myself. Somebody's calling, be there, be there, be there. But that's my job. That's okay.
I'm happy that we can give you a little bit of rest. How's the show been going for you so far?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. We've been lucky, really lucky yesterday because we had a weather forecast really bad with thunder and lightnings, with storm and everything. and it was everywhere around the Derby place, like they forecasted, but the Derby place was dry and we had no problems.
There is something magical about that Derby place. Volker, Global Champions Tour, launching Global Champions Tour, Global Champions League. What does that bring to Klein-Flobeck and to the traditional derby here in Hamburg?
It's a really fantastic cooperation with the organizers, the founder of the Global Tour, Jan Tops, and it's a perfect synergy of two really special highlights: the Longines Global Champions Tour in the 10th year, the Global Champions League with the best teams in the world, with the best riders in the world, and the Derby, the traditional Derby, with the specialists for this maybe most difficult course in the world for show jumping. And you can have everything at one weekend here in Hamburg, and that's very special.
You said it, this is our 10th year that we're coming here with the launching Global Champions Tour. How did you see the tour develop?
Yeah, it's absolutely growing. We all know that we have more legs now than 10 years ago, and we have very fantastic places like Shanghai, like Miami, very special spots and traditional shows with a lot of spectators. It's a very necessary concept for the whole sport, to develop the whole sport, to keep it famous in the world. And now the Global League is also developing year by year. The people are now more able to follow than in the beginning, and it has to grow maybe a few years more, but the combination Global League and Longines Global Champions Tour is fantastic.
Volker, I've got very bad news for you. Our 120 seconds are up. Our resting time is over. That means that we have to go back to work. How do you feel about that?
Oh, that's a real pity. I would stay here. Maybe they could bring us a beer and we can have a little talk.
You're the organizer, you arrange it. We'll go back to the studio. John, back to you. We'll have a beer.
Thank you, Frederick. And Volker Wolf there, Volker's team also behind our other German station at the Longines Global Champions Tour of Berlin, coming up at the end of August as well. The place it has been. 829 years of the Port of Hamburg. That's one of its most famous aspects here. And this year, this is the weekend. It's the holiday weekend when they celebrate the port in the free and Hanseatic city of Hamburg. And celebrations will go on in fine style here at the Klein-Flobeck. As we said, 91,000 people here last year, and they were treated to such a weekend of sport. We expect even more here in 2018. You won't want to miss any of it. Join us again in just a few minutes' time.